Morning, students. Today we'll start the new chapter and chapter number 10, circle. Easy chapter, small chapter it is. So let me first tell you what is actually in first exercise. We will talk about some words about the circle. So we have a circle, we have a center. Let P is any point on the circle. So through the P, the line goes called a tangent. Through the P, when line goes called a tangent, tangent intersect to circle at one point. Tangent intersect circle at one point. So what I am writing here, these may be the question, these are the question in the exercise 10.1. So with writing I am telling you, let's look. P is called point of contact. We can say that where tangent touches or intersect to the circle, the point is called point of contact. Third thing, we can draw infinite tangents on the circle. We can draw infinite tangents on the circle. You remember? We can draw at a time infinite tangents on the circle. Third thing, a line which intersect to circle at 2 points called a secant. Remember that a line which intersect circle at 2 points called a secant. One more thing, at the most, at the time, you can draw two parallel tangents only on the circle. Meaning lots of pairs, but only two tangents at a time you can draw which are parallel. This and this are parallel tangent. But more than this you cannot draw. Can you draw one more tangent which is parallel to this? No. Only two you can draw. So here these points are actually the questions which are lying in the exercise 10.1. But I am not telling you with all by the question in particular, because the main points I have explained here. Out of that we don't have any more question. Okay, so this is all small thing about the circle and the language. One more thing I want to discuss before starting the theorem 10.1. Let me speak something about one thing. This is suppose a point O. And suppose it is a line. We know that on the line we have infinite points. Some points I am taking. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Some points I am taking. Will you join this? So if I have joined all, what do you think about the shortest distance? So if you will think that from O, among all the distances, this distance is the shortest one. And which one is the shortest one is always perpendicular on the line. So keep remember this, very general concept, that if a point is given, a line is given, the shortest distance of the line from the point is actually perpendicular to that line. So keep remember this sentence. Actually it will be useful in upcoming question, and question we have actually theorem which will be used in further of the questions. So we have a theorem 10.1. It says the tangent at a point of a circle. Okay. First I just want to make a picture. This is circle. And this is the tangent at point P. This is O. Question says the tangent at a point of circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. It means that it is the tangent passes from P with point of contact. It is the tangent is perpendicular to the radius, but we have lots of radius, but it is talking about the radius which passes through the point of contact, so we have to show that this is a perpendicular. According to that theorem, we have to show the radius which passes through the point of contact is perpendicular to the tangent. Suppose xy is a tangent. I start. Let xy is a tangent with point P is point of contact. To show radius OP perpendicular to xy. So how we can show it? Actually, the strategy what I will adopt, I will show that it is shortest distance, and it is very easy. Let me speak one thing. P is a point on the circle. I am thinking, let Q is a point taken on xy except P. Can you read this sentence? Q is a point taken on xy except P. So suppose I am taking Q which is on the xy, but definitely it is except P. Except P, we have another point Q. So if I join OQ, so what do you think about Q? Definitely Q will be outside of the circle because P is only the point which is on the circle. If Q will be at circle, PQ will not be tangent. Can you see? If P is here and Q is also here, it will be second. It will not be tangent. So if it is a tangent, definitely Q is out of the circle. So I will write that Q is a point taken on xy except P. Therefore, point Q will definitely outside of the circle. Very simple thing. Outside of the circle. And if I talk to you about if Q is outside, so which is greater? Definitely OQ is greater than OP, because Q is outside of the circle and P is on the circle. So this means that OQ is greater than OP. OQ is greater than OP. So you should generalize the concept. How we can generalize? Q is taken except P on the xy. So OQ greater than OP. Similarly, if you will take a lots of point, you have a lots of point on xy. So if you take another point R, S, T on the xy, for all it will happen. So I will write it will happen same for all other points lie on tangent xy. Simple. It will happen same for all other points lie on tangent xy. So what it's meaning? It means that if you have a OQ, suppose R here, if you join it, S here, if you join it, T here, if you join it, U here, if you join it, what do you think? So that sentence is following for all T, R, S, Q, something like that. But all the time OP is always shortest one, because P is only the point which is lying on the circle, so that it is a short one. So we can write that OP is the shortest distance. And if it is the shortest distance, if OP is the shortest distance, one can understand that OP perpendicular to xy, and that hence proved. This is a simple language, only you should know that how we describe the answer, but only to understand that if P is on the circle and Q is outside of the circle, definitely OP is the shortest one, then OQ. Similarly, if you will take more points like P, S, R and something like that, you suppose if you take you have lots of points on X, Y can take except P. So all the time OP gonna be shortest one, and if it is a shortest one, definitely it is a perpendicular, and that only to show we have written finally. So hope you have got it, students, and now keep remember, definitely if tangent is drawn, point of contact we have got the radius which passes from point of contact always perpendicular to the tangent. So keep remember this particular sentence. Okay, now let me wrap this. As I already have told you that in exercise 10.1 we have all first and second question we already have done by writing some sentences here, and you have seen it and you have got it. Now third question specially I want to tell you because it can come in the objective question. Question third says of the 10.1 exercise, a tangent PQ, okay, let me make a picture. If tangent PQ at a point P of circle, suppose it is a P and this is a tangent PQ. Tangent PQ, it is written that P is on the circle. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5, it is a radius 5, with center O, meets a line through the center O at a point Q. What it's meaning? That this tangent PQ, this tangent is meeting to the another line OQ which is passing from O actually. So I would speak one thing, that this is a tangent and a line which passes from center O meets that tangent at Q. That tangent is Q. Again I speak one thing, that this is a tangent PQ at P. The next thing says that this PQ meets the line which passes from O at Q, meaning this line is actually at Q. And question says OQ is 12. OQ is a 12. This distance is 12. Sometimes one cannot make a picture properly, so he or she might have got the answer wrong. So please don't do this. You just make a picture correct and get an answer good. So find the length PQ. This is very simple question to ask here. One can simply predict the question. One should know this P is a point of contact. It is an objective question. So I am not stretching it as long. Only I am telling you that P is a point of contact. This is a radius. So this is going to be 90 degree. One should know, right now we read the concept that the radius is always perpendicular at the point of contact of the tangent. Okay. So I would speak that this is 90. So hypotenuse square equal to perpendicular to the base plus very simple theorem for one and all. This is the hypotenuse 12 square, perpendicular is a 5 square. This is gonna be base is a PQ which is 2 neat, and this is a 144. 5 5 is 25. Will transfer this side. This is PQ square. So PQ square will be 119, and PQ is equal to over root 119. This is the answer of the question. So hope you have got this particular exercise with simple example. I have done it. Now I will move on the next concept. Actually we have initially some theorems, some examples, then we can move on 10.2 exercise, which is the last exercise of the chapter. Okay, so let me start some theorem here. 10.2 theorem. This is very easy but important question. Question says that length of tangents drawn from external point of the circle to circle are equal. Very simple. What's this? This is a circle. Now try to understand the language. The tangents drawn from external point to the circle are equal. Meaning if you have external any point, suppose it is a center and suppose it is a P. Suppose it is a P. P is the external point. Draw two tangents. Suppose it is Q and S. Two tangents we have drawn. PQ and PS are tangents drawn to the circle with center O with radius R. Suppose we have to show that these two tangents are equal in length. So I start that let PQ and PS are tangents of a circle with center O and radius R. You suppose only. To prove, what to prove? PQ is equal to PS. We have to show that these tangents are equal in length. Okay. Only construct little bit. Construction. We join these two. We join this is. I will write only join OQ, OS and OP. Now one can understand that Q and S are none else but their point of contact. OQ and OS are definitely radius. So one can understand that this is going to be 90 degree. So I start that. I'll start the proof. So I'll write here, since very simple question it is, we have to show these two are equal. So without proving or without writing any special word, I tell you that I will show the congruency between these two. You are familiar with the word congruency. In class 9 you studied about SAS congruency, ASA congruency, SSS congruency, AAS congruency, RHS congruency, and lots of. So I'll speak something about that. Let Q and S are points of contact and OS and OQ are radius. So angle OQP, that only we know about theorem, and OSP both are 90 degree. So first thing we have shown, can you see these two triangles? One is 90, second is 90. This is radius OP, OQ and OS equal to radius, equal radius. This is radius. And one more thing which can prove that which can tell that OP is a common side. What do you think about these two triangles? This is right angle hypotenuse one side by RHS. I'll write here by right angle hypotenuse and one side congruency. Both triangle, give it name OQP, congruent to triangle OSP, and by CPCT, it's a very famous word, that congruent part of the corresponding part of congruent triangle, CPCT. By CPCT one can prove that what is the requirement? OPQ is equal to PS. So we'll write PQ is equal to PS. Hence proved. This is very simple thing, but keep remember as a result, as a particular outcome. Whenever this condition will come, you can follow directly. And just by writing that, the length of the tangent drawn from external point to the circle are equal in length. So keep remember this particular word. So, let me run this very simple thing. One can do it without any interruption, without any trouble. Now, let me start. Let me tell you example number 1. Simple example it is. Question says, prove that in two concentric circles, the chord of the largest one touches to the smaller one, bisect to at the point of contact. So it is written two concentric circles. What is the meaning of concentric circle? The circles have a same center. Okay, let me draw. Suppose we have a smaller one, have a center this. Suppose we have a greater one, have a center same. Have a center same. So these two circles called concentric circles. Question says, prove that two concentric circles, the chord of the larger circle which touches to the smaller circle is bisected at point of contact. The chord of the larger circle touches to the smaller circle bisected by point of contact. This P is none else. P, suppose AB is a chord, touches to the smaller one at P. If you will talk about P, I would speak that P is a point of contact. Actually, AB touches to the circle. So AB is a tangent for smaller one and AB is a chord for larger one. So we have to show that AB line, which is actually tangent of the larger one, which touches to the smaller one at P, we have to show that this is bisected by P, meaning AP is equal to BP. We have to show it. So I don't think that I need to repeat it again and again. Suppose it is O. Let there are two concentric circles with center O. Let AB is tangent of larger one touches to the smaller one at point P to show PA equal to PB. I will do some construction. I will join this and this. Join OP, OA and OB. Now what do you think about the question? Question gonna easy, I think. What do you think about this? This is the radius of the larger one, so they are equal. This is a common side. And one should know that P is a point of contact for the smaller one. This is the radius of the smaller one, so this is a 90 degree. So one can simply predict. Right now we saw the formula, we saw the theorem. So I will write something here in proof. Since OA and OB are the radius of the larger circle, radius of a larger circle, OP is equal to OP is a common side, and since P is a point of contact and OP is a radius, therefore angle OPA and OPB both on a 90 degree because it is a perpendicular, because P is a point of contact for smaller circle. So by again same thing we will use hypotenuse right angle one side by RHS congruency, triangle OPQ OPA congruent to triangle OPB by very famous word CPCT. One can go through the rest part, PA equal to PB. Hence proved. This is simple question we have completed here. So I don't think I need to repeat it again and again. The same thing it is appearing. So one can do it very easily. Okay. Now let me tell you some more questions. Telling you here the example number 2. Look at it is a good question looking. Two tangents TP and TQ are drawn to a circle with center O from an external point T. Okay, we have a circle and we have an external point T. So we have TP and TQ two tangents. TP and TQ two tangents, and O is the center of the circle. To show PTQ, this angle is twice of OPQ. So this angle, we have to show that this angle is twice of this angle. So okay, now you have got the concept. It is a very simple thing. Some things I want to tell you. That TP and TQ are tangents drawn from external point to the circle, so they are equal in length. We already have shown it. and this OP is a radius, P is a point of contact, so hold this angle on 90. Without proof one can write it. So some particular conclusion of the theorems we already have studied, remember and keep in mind. Okay, given here I would start with given that TP and TQ are tangents drawn from external point T. O is a center. O is a center of circle. To show angle PTQ is equal to twice angle OPQ. This is to show. Now how we can show it? Already I have taught you that some conclusions. First thing, since TP and TQ are tangents drawn from external point, so they are equal in length. Slowly I will tell you each and everything, you don't worry about that. Since proof I start here, since TP and TQ are tangents drawn from external point T, so that TP equal to TQ, one is now clear with this, TP equal to TQ. So one TP equal to 2 TQ, their opposite angles also equal. What do you think about these two angles? Because these two sides are equal in length, so opposite angles are also equal. So I would prefer that angle. That angle name, what is the name of this angle? TPQ. So TPQ is equal to TQP. And I say it is X. Let. And this is what? Angle opposite to equal side. So I say it is X. You also can assume any other variable like X, theta, Y, something like that. So I assume it is X. It is X. Now remember, its whole is 90. Second, I assume it is X and X. Now I will go on angle sum property. Angle sum property. In triangle PTQ, by angle sum property, what is angle sum property? Sum of all angle of triangle is 180. X plus T. X plus T is a PTQ. Both are same. Equal to 180. X plus X 2X plus PTQ is 180. You drop here. Now I will go on one more thing which is important, that these two angle, this plus this, is equal to 90 because this whole was 90 into it. Since angle OPT is 90, OPT is 90 because P was point of contact, OP is a radius. So I am not being here formal, directly I have written. So these two have some 90. So what do you think about this? OPQ plus X is equal to 90. So would you think that you can put the value of X from here and put here? So y1 and 2. One thing understand, I want to take the value of X here. 90 minus OPQ and I will put here. So X is equal to 90 minus OPQ, I will put here. What will get? 2. Instead of X, I am writing 90 minus OPQ is equal to, plus angle PTQ is equal to 180. That only, it is PTQ. So 2x plus angle PTQ equal to 180 was there. 2 instead of x I have written 90 minus OPQ is equal to 180. Now I will multiply to 2. 2 9 180. 2 OPQ plus PTQ is equal to 180. These two cancel. So I do transfer this that side. Angle PTQ is equal to twice of angle OPQ. Hence root which is to find out. I didn't try to show that this one OPTQ is equal to twice has come. So this is a question. Now example 3 onward, and definitely we have a 10.2 still to come. So in next 1 or 2 days we'll finish particular exercise. Thank you.